All right, guys. God bless you. Welcome. This is it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Before the fire. Okay, just watch this, guys. Just do y'all know what an anillo is? For those of y'all that speak Spanish or speak Italian or one of the Romance languages, anillo, anillo, anillo is a ring. Anillo de oro is a ring of gold. Anelli, anilli, anelli is also a ring. So see right here, anelli, and also the word anillo. Different word languages for the word ring. Anili, anillo. Okay. I also want to show you um, the word ili means worm or caterpillar disease. Ili means worm or caterpillar in Urdu. Ili means worm or caterpillar bug. Ili means worm or caterpillar in Spanish. Okay, anyway, ili means worm, caterpillar. Okay. Well, the Bible says, I will restore to you the years the cankerworm is eaten, the caterpillar, the palmer worm, the great army, the locust, the great army I sent among you because you sinned against the Lord. Okay. How did you sin against the Lord? I showed you by being in a host body because the host body is attached to the Sitra Akra, the realm of evil from the other side. There's a geometric design that represents your body that the Statue of Liberty stands on. It's called the hendecagram, which is referred to as the kelipot, and it's a peel, shell, or husk, which is your body, and it's attached to the Sitra Akra, the realm of evil from the other side. Anyway, it's all in my folders, or you can just pause this and go type into Google if you want to test what I'm telling you. Just go look it up yourself. Okay, but anyway, so I wanted to show you these things, but I wanted to draw your attention to something also in the folders. I told you in the last video, remember I said there's a scene, there's a scene where Ultron, is going to bring in his reign, and it's kind of a AI because Ultron, he runs all these robots like AI is coming right now to. By the way, the name of one of the AIs that they've been plugging a lot is Gemini. Gemini is twins, and it's just go. You know what? I'll just plug it in right now, so I'll pull it up real quick. So you can just go type in Gemini AI and you can see it for Google. You can see it all over the place. And it's female. And in many cases, it has female face to face. But here it is. Google launches new AI, Gemini. Gemini means twin. And this is what's called an isotoxal star right here. Isotoxal means as transitive while staying within its own parameters. Basically, it's like becoming your own reflection, getting turned upside down. But watch this. Let's look at the Age of Ultron, because in this, and I'm going to try and like skip to the part so we don't have to watch too much of it. But I just want you to watch this little scene because I think it's so classic. This guy wants to get vibranium. Now, one more time before I begin, let me show you these. These are what was used to go into everybody. And let me just kind of run through this one. In this little clip, they're talking about vibranium. Why don't you read that backwards? And then that's kind of like vibranium, but just another way of, we're going to use vibranium instead of that. And then what's that backwards? That backwards is Divock. So if I was flipping a tube that said Divock, backwards would be, the opposite of it. You follow me? You'll see what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you that other syringe, and we're going to start with that and that. And by the way, that is simply short for that. And then there's that crazy word. Now we're going to look at that. Then we're going to look at just the manifestation of it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in just a moment. Here we go. Ready? Let's watch this real quick. Okay, let me.
Intimidating someone. I'm afraid. Not that afraid.
Everybody's afraid of something.
Cuttlefish. Deep sea fish. They make lights, disco lights, to hypnotize their prey. And then I saw a documentary, it was terrifying. So if you're going to fiddle with my brain and make me see a giant cuttlefish, then I know you don't do business, and I know you're not in charge, and I only deal with the man in charge.
There is no man in charge.
Let me pause that and let me just give you a little bit of a. I just want you to just take a moment to think about what the future holds. There is no man in charge. And I know we're just watching Age of Ultron, but you'll see in just a minute.
Let's talk business. Upon this rock, I will build my church.
Says, upon this rock, I will build my church.
Let's talk business. Upon this rock, I will build my church. Vibranium.
Okay. That's all we really need to see there. Now just stay tuned. Y'all remember this, don't you?
I'm sure you're old enough to remember this movie, but in
But I do.
but he says, I think of myself, who are we?
Well,
What are we? Who are we?
well, we are Americans. We share common hopes. We share common dreams. We share common aspirations. We're going through common struggles. I mean, the fact of the matter is that everybody here, and I look at this audience and it's representative of the country, everybody here is connected in some fashion. And our success and our children's success is tied up together. Success is tied up together, and so success is tied up together, and so I think most Americans feel that way. But what is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain.
So yeah, we're already under attack here on this video. So this is not uncommon.
Yes, we can. 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 Thank you, say. 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 American creed. Yes, we can. Thank you, say. It here from Mr. Emma. Thank you, say. It here from Mr. Emma. Thank you, say. It here from Mr. Emma. Yes, we can.
Okay, so I seem to be having like an attack again on my program, which is not uncommon. This is pretty normal for the par for the course. Happens all the time now. Just trying to give you guys a normal vid. Yeah. Let's see what happens. So he's saying, thank you, Satan. He says it 7 times. The crowd starts chanting it. Obama calls it an American creed. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan. So the odds of that are probably slim to none. But remember, he said that our future, our future and Americans' future are tied up. Our children, our children's future, and they're all tied together. Well, if you took the serpent race and you tied it to the Adamic race, the sheep race, the good and evil, they're tied together. Yes, they are. And then they're stuck together within a host body system. And now, remember I showed you in the last video what this is all about. And he went out conquering, and to conquer, and he was given a bow to tie together. Now, let me just show you in the folders very quickly if it'll work. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so to tie together, our futures are tied together. Let me show you something real quick so you can see this word backwards right here. That word backwards, devok, and remember, upon this rock I will build my church. So let's see. There it is, backwards. There it is, forward. You know, like a set of twins. Devok one way, that the other way. Devok one way, that the other way. And what's in the middle holding them together? Yeah, you saw it. Okay, so now watch this. Because, you know, Cain and Abel, they're like a set of twins, one up, one down. The one that's down is evil. He is a child of the evil one. And the one that's up represents the one that's good, Adamic child. So one good, one evil, Cain and Abel. But look at in Jewish mythology, Debak is a Hebrew word. Now, what are the odds that, you know, don't forget, the ones that are to be destroyed, the Bible says, are the, you know, the Christians and Jews. We come from the same origin, Abraham. So look at this. Debak means to adhere or to cling as a malicious possessing spirit. So Debak, which again is that like a set of twins. See how that's a set of twins, just different directions? Yeah. So Debak means to cling, you know. So we've been saddled together with something else. A superhuman angel demon spirit. And Devok is a malicious possessing spirit. Possessing. Okay, so and the goal is to get you to where you can't get out of it. Now remember, I showed you the other day that bill, that when it's got two 20s on it, 2020, that this hasn't been altered even a little bit. I haven't touched this bill at all. Look at this. Look at the mask right there on the 20. Now, let me just show you. I just kind of barely penciled it in. Look at that. I mean, do you think that's remotely possible? But what's even more concerning is when I showed you Devok, right? Okay, hopefully this is all working. One moment. I'm sorry, I'm having to do a lot of program checks while this is going on because we are definitely under attack. Okay, here we go. So, as you recall, I told you their goal is to entrap you in the middle. Look at this. See the box in the middle? This is done with intent. You see there's 2x here, there's 2x here, and there's a box in the middle, just like the Dos Equis ad. Picture a female here, and you in the middle. And that's so they don't, because we are the virus, the crown. So hopefully, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm sorry about if my picture is just freaking out, but it's one of the attacks through the programs. But let me just show you the information. So here we go. So y'all remember a couple guys named Milli Vanilli, right? Remember 10 million albums, one epic lie. Isn't that great? Because they were just total frauds. And this isn't actually, just go look on Google Images, Milli Vanilli, and this is one of their albums. See the 2X? Well, let me show you something about Milli Vanilli. This is fascinating. I showed you at the beginning Ili means worm. Ili means worm. And then anili means ring. So a ring and a worm. Now, let me show you something really fascinating. Ready? Watch this. Let's look at Milli Vanillis. Now, remember, we're being fed off by a race of locust worms. The Bible says, I'll restore to the years to you the locust is eaten, the cankerworm, that great army I sent among you. So I want you to look at the M and the V. See the M and the V? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a point right here. I'm going to screenshot this. So let's do a screenshot. See if that'll work. Look at this. This is getting really interesting. So the program I'm using is freaking out. But so we'll go right here and I'll just point out that the M and the V, they are the hendecagram. Watch this. So here's the top of the hendecagram right there. And then at the bottom of the hendecagram is there. Remember? So let me just go to the hendecagram now and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So just remember the Milli Vanilli logo. It's got two triangles at the top, and then at the bottom it's got the one triangle, and it's showing that the angels got trapped in a race of beings that are, they're insects. The serpent race is feeding insects in the pit. That's why Satan's the king of the insects. Okay, the king of the locusts, because you have your own worm feeding off you. So here's the two at the top, and there's the one at the bottom. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I'll just go ahead and X that out and don't save. Now let's see if we can get to our images. Here we go. Let's see right here. Okay, so now Ili means worm, Anili means ring, and Milli Vanilli, here's their album. See the M and then the Ili and then Vanilli. See the N is separated from the A. Nili, Ili, Nili. Watch this. Here's the top of the hendecagram. Ready? There's Milli Vanilli right there. See it? One epic lie. So let's do a screenshot of that, and we'll see if we can get it to work. There it is. Yeah, we're under attack for sure while I'm trying to do this video. So there's the Kelopot, and it's the host body system. This represents your host body housing the essence of holiness. And in the center is you. You're the five-pointed star. And then you have a source from up. That's the red triangle going to the source that's up from heaven. The source going down that's blue to the pit. Male is up, female is down. You're stuck in the middle. That's the way to destroy you, to breed worms. And remember, Lucifer, to breed worms. Now watch this. So let's take this and we'll just go okay with red. Okay, ready? Milli Vanilli. See it? Milli Vanilli. Circle of the worm. So see, we got trapped in their circle of life, or whatever you want to call it. So let me try and X this out, see what's happening here. Okay, so anyway, so I can't really fix what's going on with the picture on this video, but y'all get the point. This is all orchestrated, and the guy saying, yes, we can, yes, we can, yes, we can. Well, let me show you a thing he did after he got in.
NBC News continues to support the president just about every way. At their the NBC store is selling Obama merchandise.
Yes, we did. So yes, you did what? Now I also remember when he left office and they had his little going away speech. He had very superstitious playing in the background, and he had yes, we did going as well, inferring that they did what? What did they do? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what they did. Their goal was to enslave the masses into a twin female system, because the system is twin. And the only way you get out of that system is turning back to the Lord your God with all your heart. Now, I apologize for anything going on with the pictures and the cameras and all that. That's because we're constantly under attack here. And that's because they are such wussies. There you go. Bullies hate to be found out.